What's up guys, Malik here, welcome back to my channel. I'm looking at my subscribers here. I only have 215 subscribers. Come on, you guys gotta do better than that. Help me out, get me to 1,000 subscribers. Just help me out, like up the videos, subscribe, share it. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Just do that for me if you can, please. And check out my Instagram here, Malik Tucker with 2 R's. If you want to follow me, message me, talk about anything stocks related, crypto related. I love this stuff. So like, if you want to talk to me, I'm open all day. I'm coming with an options video soon with a person who is very much more who has a better understanding of the field than me. So I want to actually put them in the place and have them explain to you on my channel, and it's going to be a very good video, so look out for that video. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Skivelis. Here it is, Skivelis. So follow me on Twitter as well. That's where you'll see me retweet mainly like Bitcoin stuff or stuff related to the stock market. I see where Twitter is a place where you can really get the information first. Like the news hits Twitter first, people start rallying behind it, talking about it, and then that causes them to push equity prices, whether up or down based on the news. And also, if you want to get some sweatshirts just like these Bitcoin sweatshirts, some people have been supporting me, and I really appreciate that people actually buy them when I put them out on the videos, and people buy them, they get shipped out to them. I hope some people actually take some pictures in them and tag me. Thank you, I would really appreciate that. And then let's get into this video. So basically this video is like about Bitcoin, what gives Bitcoin value from my understanding. I'm not an expert, I'm not a financial expert. I've just been starting to learn about a lot of these things, but I begin to really immerse myself in what's really going on, because I mean, who doesn't like to make money from their phone? And then there's also the possibility where if you get a better understanding of what's going on, you can profit from everything. Like, I mean, a lot of what's going on seems like gambling, investing seems like gambling, but if you have an understanding of what's going on, where the market is going, there's a good chance that you're going to profit from it. So all right, simply everything is going digital, so you use cash now. I find cash very inefficient, so I use more debit cards, credit cards, and then those even are getting inefficient because my wallet, you should see my wallet, it's full of cards, and it's very inefficient. So I go to Apple Pay, so that's where I can have all 20 of my cards all one place, and I don't have to have like a bulky wallet. I can't even sit on my wallet because it's just cards and cards and cards. But if you have Apple Pay, it's there on your phone, and you can make different types of purchases no matter where you are once a place accepts Apple Pay. So I see where everything is going digital, and then Bitcoin would be like another way they make digital money. But then there's a little caveat to that. So there's money that can really hold its value, and then there's money that's losing value, which is like fiat. If they're constantly making more money, then chances are you're going to lose some of your purchasing power, and then in that way Bitcoin would be a stronger money, because the reason for you to get money in the first place was to have some purchasing power and to even preserve your purchasing power. But if money isn't serving that function, then would you really consider it money at that point? I guess the answer varies from person to person. But if you look at Bitcoin as something that appreciates, I mean, you have kind of a 10-year track record where, all right, let's go 5-year track record. It's up 5,000%. So if you were to look at that track record, chances are it might be a good bet, but who knows. But I just wanted to do this video. It's a simple video. All right, so I'm pretty sure people are like worried about losing access to your Bitcoin or crypto assets. Well, if you lose cash in real life, like you lose it on the road, chances are you can't get it back. So look at it as, if you are irresponsible with your cash and then you're irresponsible with your Bitcoin, then you have a bigger problem there. You need to figure out how to be more responsible with your assets before you even think about getting into more stuff. Because if you will just lose your cash on the road, you're gonna just lose your password to your thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. Then you need to sort that out before you even get involved into all of this space. All right, so one thing I would like to say like about Bitcoin that gives it a value from my understanding, so it's the ability of you to transfer value without needing to go through a medium that's going to like question you, like, why are you sending money to this person, why are you doing this transaction? If you have your money in the bank and at any given time, this doesn't have to happen. But if they feel like they don't want you to make a transaction with a certain entity, or they don't want you to send a certain amount of money to a person, they are going to stop you. So if you have $1 million and you want to transfer that to somebody, when you make that transfer, they're going to question you. All right, where did you get this money from? What are you doing with it? Why are you sending it to the person? And on the other side of that transaction is going to be the person's bank who is receiving the money, and they're going to be like, why are they sending you the money? Where did they get it from? Is there anything funny here? So Bitcoin kind of stops all of that. It's a permissionless thing, permissionless network. So say I want to send money directly to you, it goes directly to you. So if I say, all right, I'm going to send 2 Bitcoin to you, which would be about 100,000 or something, that would go directly to your wallet. That just goes through the network. That doesn't go through any intermediaries where a middleman is going to be like eyeing your stuff and watching what's going on and make sure that they're gonna be like, oh, make sure that we get tax off of that. Or all of these middlemen, they are what make our life. They facilitate the transaction, they act like they're helping, but it's just for their benefit. Let me remind you that. So Bitcoin is kind of even scary for some of the banks. But even something I want to mention, there are centralized platforms such as Coinbase, probably even Cash App. You could consider centralized. Cash App, that's owned by Square, and I'll talk about Square in another video. But if you decide that you want to send a big transaction, they generally require like ID, or they need proof of identity. They need a lot of more things, and then sometimes they don't even allow you to send your coins that you're supposed to own for yourself to wherever you want to send it. That's what I don't like. The true nature of Bitcoin and crypto, it should be decentralized. It should be a case where if I want to do anything with my coins that I own, that I put in my time and energy and purchased and took the risk, that you guys are not going to take the risk and do, I should be able to do whatever I want with it. You understand? I wasted my life or my time, my energy, just to get this digital energy. And then now you're going to tell me, oh, I can't do this with that. I don't like that at all. So that's why I try to move most of my coins to like a cold ledger. Have you ever seen those thumb drive wallets? That's where I keep them, in more of a decentralized ledger. So the banks are being disrupted, sorry about that, by this entire technology. So the banks are disrupted because look at crypto as a ledger where they are recording every transaction. So they have a constant balance of what's going on. And then also you have what are the Bitcoin miners that are part of this network that try to keep the network strong, and they kind of watch all of the transactions, and then they would be the ones that accept the transactions and then make sure that everything looks legit. because miners are basically a lot of computing power. I'm guessing that they make sure to validate all of the transactions so everything is recorded right. There is no double spending, or there is no Bitcoin that is passing through one wallet twice. You understand? So that's where Bitcoin and other cryptos are really making a push forward. And you see where the banks are losing their market share, as some of the DeFi protocols, the decentralized finance protocols, have a larger market cap or even larger holdings than some of the banks. So people are waking up to what's going on. All right. So simply, what makes something valuable is generally how scarce it is. And it's this thing where humans try to find something, like say with gold, something that it has use, it's malleable, and then it's shiny. So people like put value to it, and then it's hard to get. So they'll say, all right, I have this gold. It's not easy for everyone to get it. It has some value, it has some use. Let me use this as a way to say, all right, I have gold, someone else doesn't have gold. He would have to purchase this gold from me at a value. And it's similar metric with Bitcoin. The only thing that gold is physical. But the problem with physical things is that generally governments or people can seize this, they can steal it, they can restrict you from spending it, they can restrict you from moving it. That is a problem with gold. So you think about someone that's trying to move $2 million in gold, it's almost impossible. And then if they decide that, all right, nobody's going to pay you cash for your gold, and then the government says everyone needs to return the gold to the treasury, which they have done before, that is a problem. And then you also look at an asset that seems to compete against Bitcoin, which is real estate. You look at real estate, if you want to travel with your real estate, it's impossible. You know that you can't buy a house, move a house to another country if something is really going on in the country that you live in. You can't flee with your house in case there is a collapse or a crash or something really bad going on in your country. Versus Bitcoin, you know, anywhere that you have internet, you can travel with your Bitcoin. You need to only have the keys in your head or the keys written down somewhere safe for you to get access to your coins. That goes to another point. So say something bad happens and then they want to get your coins. Like say they want to get all the property from the people, and you have stocks. So they say, all right, we're not allowing you to sell any more of your stocks. There you have it. That's it. That's a problem. That's a problem that you would have on your hands. Next, you have a problem where you say you have gold as property, right? And then they're saying, well, we think you guys should just return all the gold to the treasuries and nobody should be doing transactions in gold, right? And then you have something like Bitcoin, where if I have my Bitcoin online, there's no way for you to access it. I'll just tell you I don't have the code, I don't remember the code. You're probably gonna have to kill me in order to get it. Hold on, I hope this didn't mess it up. You're probably gonna have to kill me to get my coins. And then that would take you, it would be a total waste of your time, because I'm just not going to tell you. I'm just gonna act like I forgot or something. So that's another problem. Bitcoin can be a safety net in that situation. So another thing that I understand now, Bitcoin is like the apex collateral. So look at this. Bitcoin has a value of 48,000 US dollars, right? If you took Bitcoin as collateral from somebody and then they decided not to pay you, how easy would it be for you to sell their coins on a market How easy would it be for you to sell their coins just to repay yourself for the loan that you lend them out? It would be clicks away, because you know Bitcoin is a 24-hour market that's continuously going on. So it's like the ultimate collateral. And who knows, look out for probably a DeFi protocol from me where I use Bitcoin as collateral. I'm talking about Celsius. I'll have a link below for that as well. I have used Celsius myself and it's been working out pretty well. I basically put up like 5,000 worth of Bitcoin and then I borrowed 2,500 against it, and I'm just paying like a little bit of interest. They kind of give you incentives so that you use their Celsius token as a way to pay back the loan, and then you pay less interest, which is good as well, you know. So check out the Celsius coin and then check out the link below if you'd like to buy Bitcoin and then you borrow against it, and then you get USD, which you can use as actual funds to make your purchases on a day-to-day basis. But what I'm really trying to do is lock in. I'm trying to lock in the prices now, so I can really pay towards my crypto. Like say I get $10,000, I can buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin right now. From that, if I have anything to pay immediately, from that $10,000 I can borrow the $5,000 out of it, and then I'll just use that to pay whatever now while my Bitcoin can appreciate. That way I don't have to spend my Bitcoin holdings at all. Alright, so we're looking at Bitcoin as a asset class there. So one more thing that can really cause the price to go, you already know that it has a supply, a limited supply, right? We're looking at people who are going to be adding Bitcoin to their retirement accounts. If this network continues and people continue to benefit from this, people who have financial services and manage retirement accounts, they're going to be in trouble. The only thing is they have an advantage. When they're moving with billions. So us as smaller players in the game, we have to just try and be early. Currently, I'm trying to just get a lot more income streams so I can buy a lot more aggressively. I want to buy more Bitcoin aggressively. I want to buy Tesla aggressively. I want to buy Apple aggressively and other equities. But those are my main equities: Bitcoin, Tesla, Apple. So I'm just focusing on those. So think about that. Retirement accounts are going to move billions of dollars into this. If they end up doing that, we're going to have a problem. Bitcoin is going to be at 100,000 easy. You're just going to put 2 billion. Imagine Fidelity moves billions of dollars into them. TD Ameritrade moves billions of dollars. Citibank, once they give their customers a way to invest, you're looking at millions of customers adding millions of dollars easily. So we have to look long term. There's a possibility that some of this will happen. Let's see what happens, but I encourage everyone to stay up to date. That's why I would say follow me on Twitter and to look at the things that I retweet. I see a lot of companies going ahead adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. I see a lot of Bitcoin adoption. Do you realize that a country adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender? You realize? That's something I really need everyone to focus on. I know for sure we have never seen anything like that. So they are really leading the way. So if you think that is something that's going to crash, I don't think so. I feel like a country would have done their due diligence to at least see what this whole system is about, and to see that it's not a system that's going to fail. It's an open source protocol, so everyone can see every transaction on the ledger. So you know that there is no funny business going on. You know that there is nobody, sorry about that, there's nobody manipulating the price. The people that are manipulating the price would be probably, I don't know, whales or the exchanges, but we need to focus on what's going on. It's a constant upward trend, and then there are more holders coming into the exchange, coming into the network, coming into the protocol, more people buying, more adoption. You have the Lightning Network coming on, you have Square integrating it a lot more. Jack Dorsey quit from Twitter just to focus on Bitcoin a lot more. So there's so many things going on. And I also want to mention, with cash, there's a risk of counterfeit. You need, I don't know, guys, I'm just focusing on this right now. To me, what I'm realizing is that they have so many winners, as in so many winners, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's hard to win in such a competitive industry, which is usually tech. It seems very hard. I'm seeing the main winners just win year over year over year. So you look at Apple, you look at Microsoft, you look at Amazon. Those companies seem to have been always at their all-time highs, and then they end the year at all-time highs, and then they start the next year again once they continue to build. You see Bitcoin is number one. Do you think this technology is just going to poof? No. Chances are, I don't think so. I don't know, I can be wrong, but I don't think so. This is like Apple, and even someone you need to pay attention to is Michael Saylor. He's someone really pioneering the whole Bitcoin movement. MicroStrategy does enterprise software, and then they have a macro strategy, which is where they move most of their treasury into an appreciating asset, which is mainly Bitcoin. So Michael Saylor is really pushing this, and his understanding is that basically, if you had went back in time and then you had bought Apple stock, right? And then Apple developed and developed and developed, and then they became the top. If you were to sell out at the top and diversify into every other company that was growing, you would have missed out all of the growth from Microsoft, because Microsoft was on the top, stayed on the top, just kept going and going and going. Same thing with Microsoft, same thing with Amazon, same thing with Facebook, probably the same thing with Tesla. But sometimes the winners just keep winning. There's a reason why the winners just keep winning, and there's a reason why we keep seeing Bitcoin in the news. You see, that's the main crypto versus Ethereum. So Bitcoin is like the store of value, and then you have Ethereum, which is more of the network that everything can be built on. But they're also building the layer 2 and the layer 3 on Bitcoin as well. But Bitcoin is more the store of value versus the technology that you create things on. And Ethereum has a bigger supply, so it's a bit harder for the price to move, but you can see the price appreciate over time. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was like a different kind of video, but I hope you like it, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.